welcome to my vlog. And this video will be broken into two parts. The first part I will identify the concept I choose. The second part is about the example. The concept I'm looking at is the postmodernism. Attempt to define postmodernism can come in different forms as different people have different ideas as to what exactly the term means. In my opinion, postmodernism is a perspective which tends to reject many of accept value of modernism. It involves a reinterpretation of gender role and the different traditionally applied to them. It takes a more global perspective in its view of ethnic and national distinction and rejects stereotype of all kinds. At the same time, it embraces the notion of nostalgia in art, film, television, advertising, and using multiple referencing to communicate on variety of symbolic levels. Some words that can describe postmodernism can be low culture, no depth, no connotation, no threshold, very flat, very populist. It was the late 1950 and early 1960 that the movement that we came to know as postmodernism began to emerge. In the world of Susan Sontag, a critic of American culture, it came with an emergency of new sensibility, and this involves embracing of the distinction between high and low culture. Anyway, the distinction becomes less meaningful. According to what we have learned from tutorial, postmodernism has four important styles. The first, parody. Second, prestige. And third is self-reflexivity. The last one is intertextuality. All of the above might make you think postmodernism can be anything you want it to be. And there are four of the way you can think about what postmodernism is according to what Glenn article. An actual state of affairs in society. The set of ideas which try to define or explain this state or of affairs. An article, style, or an approach to make of thing. A word using in many different contexts to cover many different aspects of or the above. And of course, there are other ways to think about what postmodernism is. In addition, when we talk about postmodernism, we often compare it with modernism. Based on my finding, the general difference between them can summarize into 4 points. Because of the time, I just leave the text on the screen. Next, I will introduce one typical example from pop culture to illustrate the concept of postmodernism, that is The Simpsons. The Simpsons is a spectacularly popular show of the late 2 decades, and it represents the first primetime anime series since the Flintstones. Why I'm choosing this as the example because there is no doubt that this television series can be placed in the category of postmodern. All of the rhetorical devices that are synonymous with postmodern theory are present in The Simpsons: prestige, connotation, intertextuality, and self-reflexivity. The Simpsons, because of the way it uses reflexivity and intertextuality in particular, is a great example of postmodern. The Simpsons are often seen as postmodern because of numerous of its numeral episodes. It relies heavily on reference to other work in humor, character, and plot line. Intertextuality surveys The Simpsons in many ways. Those references allow the creators of The Simpsons to subtly satirize and criticize American society and culture. Intertextuality also allows The Simpsons to invoke depths of meaning in character and screen without having to spend a lot of time explaining a situation or providing backstory, or it can also be interrupted as a game that keeps the audience along to elegant to identify as many references as possible. In addition, there's one more thing I want to talk about is hyperreal present in The Simpsons. There is one common statement that we can saw in TV. Sometimes unreal can affect us more than before. What we saw on TV is generally unreal, but at the same time, it's content to reflect to make us believe it. The boundaries between reality and fiction are blurring, and we can really feel it that much anymore. In The Simpsons, it's then the real flag combined with pure fiction together make us feel it can be the flag as is that fiction represents the real flag. Hope this example explained the concept well. Bye bye.